Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the Keith Titanium Ti6016 two-piece pot and pan cook set. Alright everybody, thanks for joining me today. This is kind of a time-sensitive video, plus a review. I wanted to do the video quickly because they have limited time pricing on this particular pot and pan set. Now, if you're looking to upgrade what you have to titanium, to a little bit of a better, more eco-friendly, I guess, and safer than aluminum cook set, you got something like this right here. And it's on sale right now. They're going for 42 bucks for both, you know, the kit there. And normally these run around $54. So, right off the bat, let's get it just stated right out of the way. If you want to pick one up, right in the description below, you can click that. I don't know for how long the sale is going to be on. That's why I want to mention that first. Then we'll get into the specs and everything, and we'll cook a little food in it. But I want to let you guys know that this is a limited time pricing deal. You can save yourself about 10 bucks, 11, 12 bucks. It is free shipping, so you can't beat that. So anyway, this is a two-piece cook set. It's the Keith Titanium Ti6016. I haven't seen any reviews specifically for this cook set on YouTube, and I was really shocked because it's fairly popular on Amazon. So we'll get the box out of the way and I'll show you what this looks like. Now the capacity is 32.1 by 20 plus 20.3 fluid ounces. So I believe this is your larger pot. This is the 32.1 ounces, 950 milliliters. And your pan is 600 milliliters or 20.3 ounces. I don't know if you can see the stamping on there. I don't know if it's the stamping or etched. They are extremely lightweight. I mean, it's just amazing how light these are. If you're getting something for just boiling water, you could always get a titanium, just a little pot, you know, 750 milliliter pot. But this is going to be replacing one of the cook kits in my bug out bag. And right now, all I have in there is a pan, and it's an older deal. This is it here. And it's that coated aluminum, and honestly, I haven't even used this. I reviewed it and never used it in the video, or maybe I used it once. So, we're actually going to try this one out. But because it lives in my bug out bag, that's why it doesn't get used. My gear that I use daily is over on my wall on the other side here. So, we're going to be replacing it with this. I figure I got a pan, which is handy if I want to cook stuff up. It's a little bit easier to use than using a pot to, say, cook up fish or whatever you're going to cook. And I have the pot to just boil water if I need it. Plus, they nest together nicely. They kind of fit over each other, just like that. And because of the little rubber on the handrail there, they snap together really sturdy. Now, it is a little bit shorter than this guy here, height-wise. So, putting this in here, and a stove is going to, you know, close all the way down. But it does come with a nice stuff sack, which I can show you. So it won't be a problem. Really not an issue. Or I could just use a smaller one. But because it's my bug out bag, and I want to use the biggest one I can find possible. And remember, my bug out bags aren't for indefinite periods of time. My location is essentially bugged out. My bug out bags are for short-term intermittent disasters. Maybe we get called with a CERT group or Aries group to go respond to something. They're for short-term disasters. If I'm leaving my house long-term, I have gear set up for that. So for those folks that see my bug-out bags and think, you don't have any traps in it, you don't have this in it, they're not for long-term. That stuff is in my long-term, you know, I'm never coming home kits. These are short-term disasters. Say, you know, a chemical truck spills on my street and we have to evacuate for a day or two. Stuff like that, you know. So anyway, you do have a nice stuff sack here. This is the little stuff sack that came with it. It's a nice mesh branded stuff sack. So I'll be able to fit whatever I need in there. Really all I carry in there is a fold up spork and a little cup. And my stove normally either rides inside the stuff sack or in the bag somewhere else. So anyway, that is the pot and pan. And I'm going to use this as a dish today. We're going to cook in this. The set dimensions are 6.3 by 3.1 inches. So it's 6.3 this way. It's actually 6 this way. I measured it. And I was like, that's a little weird. And all together is 3.1 inches. So let me set up my stove, and we'll test it out and see how I like it. All right, so we got everything set up here. You guys saw my review of this stove. I have these in my store. I really, really like them because they can go nice and high or low, or they can simmer. So let's light it up. As you can see, I can turn that way up, or take it way, way down to a simmer. So, another handy little tip from me to you. When you guys are out in fast food places, a lot of times you'll pick up these kind of things. This is from KFC. This is butter. It sure beats carrying a ton of stuff in your bag, and these almost never go bad. I've seen these out on my counter for months at a time. They generally are okay, and you always can carry a small thing of vegetable oil or whatever, or cooking oil. But it's handy if you don't have that. Here's a hot sauce from an MRE. So, you know, when you're opening up your stuff, you got to save these kind of things. Here's a salt and pepper package. I forget, we got this from some to-go order we got. But anyway, handy stuff. Just a little handy tip for you. For those of you just getting started and maybe not wanting to spend a ton of money. So I'm going to put this butter on the bottom here, and I'm going to make some breakfast. Being that I always shoot my videos in the morning, you guys must think all I do is eat breakfast. Anyway, let's get that going. So that's just a handy way to save some money. Whoops, maybe I want to put the handles out. And because I can simmer this and keep it fairly low, I don't have to worry about it burning anything. Now I already have my bacon and eggs set up. So let's put, I'm sorry, my eggs and sausage set up. So I'm going to cook my sausage first in this. I just got a little sausage in there. And I'm going to break it up. And we'll put it on there and cook it up. So once that's done, we'll add the eggs and we'll move on from there. I don't want to bore you with a video of me cooking food. So let me cook that up and then we'll get the eggs going. All right, sausage is pretty cooked. And the reason I chose sausage, I was going to use bacon, but I didn't want to open up a new pack. The reason I chose sausage is because I know it's going to burn to the bottom and I want to see how easily this cleans up. And I'll show you that too. So let's dump the eggs in. I got a little salt and pepper in there from my to-go containers. And as you can see, it's a nice slow, steady, low flame, so I can cook this stuff without burning the heck out of it. So, let me scramble that up, and I'll bring you back when we're close to done, and then I'll bring out some water and soap, and we'll clean this up and see how well it cleans up, and let you know what I think about it after I'm done using it. Alright, looks like it's done. Looking pretty good. You got a nice burn on the bottom there. So it'll be interesting to see how it cleans up. I know titanium cleans up pretty well with just water, and being that you may not always have some kind of soap or detergent to clean off your pans, that's good to know. So I'm going to move this here, and we'll get as much of this as we can get out. And there you go. You got a nice, you know, what I like about it is it gives you a dish, but it also gives you pan to cook in if you don't want to cook in a pot. So that's pretty darn amazing for a quick little breakfast out here. So I'm going to bring out a thing of water and just a regular scrubby. It's a little bit bigger than the one I keep in my thing. I keep one of them, the same one cut in half. But we're going to try it out and see how well that cleans up. One of the nice things about titanium that I like is, you know, that's warm and you wouldn't want to carry it, but it's touchable. And I literally just shut that stove off. It does lose its heat fairly quickly. Now that's something else to remember too, because that could be a problem if you're in extreme cold and you're cooking something you want to stay hot. But if you're in the kind of climate like I'm in, where, you know, I'm going to be probably cooking outside when it's 90 degrees out, you know, having it be able to cool off quickly and go back in your bag and keep moving is something very handy, instead of sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting for it to cool off. So let me go get a bucket of water here, and actually I'm going to bring a bowl of water out, and a scrubby, and we'll see how well that cleans up. Alright, got a bowl of water here, and the reason I'm just using water is sometimes this may be all you have when you're camping, when you're in a bug out situation, whatever. You may just have water. This is the scrubby I was telling you about. I normally take these and cut them in half if I'm putting them in a go bag or a bug out bag, and just keep half of one in there. It's a lot cheaper than buying one specifically made for camping. So we're just going to soak that in there and give it a good wipe and see how much I can get out with just water and a scrub brush. You know, maybe I'll clean this up a little better when I go to put it away permanently in one of my go bags. But seems to be getting all the stuff out pretty well. Yeah, that's cleaning it right up. Of course, I'm dealing with putting the dirty water back in there, but it seems to be working very, very well without any kind of detergent or anything like that. And that's another thing too, I find titanium pots are very easy to clean up. There's no coating, so I don't have to worry about scratching a coating off. And you know, with aluminum pots and pans, you have to worry about that, and then you get the aluminum and all that. So just a quick little rundown here. Now of course I'm going to clean this better before I put it away permanently, but just a quick little rundown there. And aside from the little burn here, which is normal, you'll get scorches and burns on your cookware, it's pretty darn good. So let me clean it all up. I'll give you my final thoughts, and I'll let you know where you can pick it up, and we'll come right back. Alright, so about 5 seconds with some hot water and some soap, and of course it came perfectly clean. I got some fingerprints on it, but it's clean. Did dry it off a little. So there you go, ready to go. So I'm really liking it. Again, that was a very preliminary, simple test. You know, by no means is that you know, an extensive test, but I wanted to see how it cleaned up. I wanted to see how it held up. Some people complain that when they heat these up too much, they'll sag. You know, like they'll sag in the middle where the heat is. I haven't found that with any of my titanium stuff. So far, the stuff I've been using has all been flawless. So I'm really pleased with it. I'm going to show you where to get one. You just click the link down below. It's the first link there where it says get one here, and you can get it for the limited time price of $42 plus free shipping. I can't beat that for titanium. And you're going to have your little pan and pot, which I like. You know, I like the ability to have a pan. I mean, it's not a big pan. It's not going to, you know, you're not going to cook a huge casserole in this or something. But if you got a fish or if you got something to cook up quickly, it'll work very well. This will boil all your water for any of your freeze-dried meals. Even if you don't want to carry this, you can just take this with you and you're set. So pretty much this is going to be the kit. You know, I always stick a piece of paper on the bottom here because I don't want to scratch up my pots and pans. That's going to go in there. That and my spork. Toss that in there. And the lid. And of course it won't close down like it did the first time because you've got the top of that. And I will poke around. You could get a smaller canister, but because this is a bug out bag, I want the biggest canister I can get. So there you go. And I'm actually going to use the old stuff sack for a reason. I will be able to put everything in here, plus the stove. I don't like things floating around loose in bug out bags and go bags. Anything you're going to use in an emergency, I like to have it all packed up pretty well so that there's no thinking, you know. You're like, oh, there's my pot. It has all my cooking things in it, you know. There's my kit. So I can just stick that right on top, which is the stove. Zip that up. And there you go. Super ultralight cook kit. Perfect and ready for, you know, use. That'll go back in my my secondary bug out bag. And like I tell people, I have multiple bug out bags. You don't need multiples. I do it because I do gear reviews, but you don't need multiples. So that will be perfect. And you know what I can do with this is I can toss it in the giveaway that I'm doing. And if you guys haven't checked out, check back about 4 or 5 videos back. This is going to go in the giveaway with the handkerchiefs and the paracord. So we're going to toss that in there so you guys get yourself a little cook pot. And these are very good, don't get me wrong. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. I just prefer to upgrade a little bit. So we'll toss that in the giveaway. And someone will have a nice lucky day with that, as well as the handkerchiefs and everything else that we're advertising, the bandanas. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. The link is down below for this. Don't forget to check out our Amazon store under that link. Everything that I review is in my Amazon store. As a matter of fact, the link for this goes to my Amazon store. So if there's nothing in there you see you like, just click the link and shop as you normally would on Amazon. Just click the link and use the search bar up top. You don't have to buy it from my store. Really helps out the channel a whole lot. And don't forget to check out our Thrive Life stuff. We've got lots of freeze-dried food. If you're looking to get started in food storage, you don't need to join anything. I have people that watch my videos that order from me that just order whenever they have a little bit of extra money. It's not a thing that you have to join in order to purchase from me, so feel free to just browse the site, and if you want to buy, you can buy without joining anything. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. That is a Keith Titanium Ti6016 2-piece cook set, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, stay prepared.